Riot's MMO is quite possibly one of the most highly anticipated games of all time, and here are some features that I think this game cannot do without. Many companies have dipped their toes into the MMORPG genre, but few are as well equipped to do so as Riot is right now. The universe of Runeterra is packed full of beloved characters, stories, and regions. Riot has to do this game justice. Hey everyone, I'm Hunzy, and before we get any further into the video, pause it, go comment down below what are some features you want to see in the MMO, and if I list one in this video, you've got a sub. Deal? As I was writing the script for this video, Riot on January 22nd of 2024 announced they were laying off about 11% of their company. We do not, however, have any reason to suspect that the development of the MMO will be affected by this. Until otherwise informed, we will carry on as though Riot is full steam ahead. Now, on to the features. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. What the? The leveling experience is how players are introduced to the game. The first feature I want is some kind of dynamic questing. I want to be able to do quests and missions with friends, even if we aren't the same level. Too many times I've seen players quit a game early because they fell behind and their friends just didn't want to wait for them while they were at work or something. They could make it so that way your party scales down to the lowest level in the group or something. Regardless, I just don't want FOMO to be a reason that someone gives up. Few people want to experience a new game alone. This, however, does not mean that there would be no such thing as a challenging content outside of Endgame. A feeling of progression of your character getting stronger as you level is an integral part of the leveling process. So, the next feature I would like to propose to be a part of the MMO is talent trees. A few weeks ago, I made a video going over the potential classes that could be in the Riot MMO. In that video, I suggested that primary classes would also be able to pick a subclass to specialize into. An example being an assassin mage, with primary being an assassin class and the secondary being a mage class. I believe a talent tree system would suit this class design very, very well. The ability to really build your character the way that you want to is a feature I think that is essential to the enjoyment and keeping fresh variety in an MMORPG. Keeping your character looking fresh by collecting armor and weapon appearances is incredibly important to lots of MMO players, myself included. For some unknown reason, there seems to be a small community of people out there that are opposed to you being able to customize your character. When I found some of these threads, I just had to share them with you guys because some of these takes are absolutely cooked. An MMO is an environment, a place where how much you spend time reflects on your gear and in the hierarchy of players. Hierarchy? Really? Transmog let people hide when they were clueless. It was just one more step down the path to destroying the game's community and ruining the game. How does that make any sense? It's a terrible idea. In a community game where everyone's accomplishments are represented by the gear they wear to make the appearance of that gear not matter. Gatekeeping much? A certain demographic enjoys playing dress up. A certain demographic likes MMOs. They chose their side. Yes, because those two things are mutually exclusive. Customizable gear is a great way to show off to everyone the things that you've accomplished. Having some cool appearances locked behind challenging achievements or content is a great way to get players to engage with said content and feel good about doing it. Something I don't want this feature to include is appearances being locked behind a time-gated event. The feeling of not being able to go after a cool weapon because I didn't play the game then is such a feels bad moment. For all of you elitists out there that think it's a prestige thing, stop it. I will die on this hill. Other people getting the same thing you have a little bit later does not make that thing less valuable. Am I strawmanning at this point? Am I just making these people up to feel justified at being upset for not getting time-gated appearances? No, I'm not. Don't be one of those people. Back, you elitists. Back! I hate myself. Most of these appearances will be obtained through some kind of endgame content, which is our next segment. I want to address some of the endgame features I would like to see in this MMO. The first and foremost of these are the PvE modes, like raids, dungeons, and solo missions. I actually made a video covering what bosses we may face early on in the game's lifetime. Go check that out after this video. At the end of the day, this is an MMO RPG, so group content is part of the package. I want various types of endgame PvE game modes with different group sizes, tackling unique and challenging encounters. I would also like to have a solo game mode for when maybe your friends aren't online, but I would like to have something to do. Now, I may not be a big PvP guy, but clearly it is something essential to a successful MMO. Stepping into a gladiatorial ring to prove your skill against other players can be an incredibly satisfying way to enjoy the game. Obviously, an instance PvP experience should exist, but should open world PvP be available? Personally, I would say yes. There are few things as organic and epic as an all-out war breaking out in the middle of nowhere for no reason at all. Mounting up and charging into battle is just a feeling like no other. And the next feature we will be charging into is dynamic mounts. Having a mini game be built into something as mundane as travel does so much for keeping players engaged. I play a ton of World of Warcraft, and they recently added this feature through what they called dragon flying, and I really had no clue what I was missing out on until it was implemented. Now that is a feature in WoW, I need it to be a feature in every other MMO I play. Having your mount dive, roll, or charge, it's just fun. The last feature that the Riot MMO cannot do without is a deep and immersive crafting system. As a kid, one of the games I played constantly was Minecraft. Yes, I know the Minecraft crafting system is not ideal for an MMO setting, but I brought it up because as someone that played Minecraft so much, where crafting is like half of the game, I want a crafting and economic system that feels deep, immersive, and meaningful. As for an idea on what this should look like, honestly, I'm not sure. There are very few RPG games where players feel they got the crafting system right. No matter what, I don't want crafting to be useless. Honestly, make it an endgame pillar. I want to see merchant guilds, master craftsmen, artisans, and inventors. Imagine a group of tinkers working together to construct hex gates that go across Runeterra for your server. I don't know, maybe I'm overcooking on that last one. Okay, hear me out on this one. You gotta meet with a runeblade craftsman and go on various quests to acquire different materials in order to craft your personal runeblade. Perhaps a tie-in to some classes could be unique and interesting. Maybe true ice weapons if you're from Freljord, or Petrosite armor if you're from Demacia, rune blades from Noxus. There's just so much opportunity to make cool, unique, region-themed weapons and armor that you could implement into the crafting system. Overall, to create a game that is engaging and inclusive of many players and how they want to play, I firmly believe having a dynamic leveling experience so you can enjoy questing with your friends is paramount. A talent tree system allows for customizable and engaging class design. Collecting and equipping armor and weapon appearances allows for personal expression and a way to show off some of your achievements. Let's be honest with ourselves. As much as we may love a good quest or finding a cool shield in a troll cave, the meat of every modern MMO is in the endgame. I have high expectations of endgame in Riot's MMO, both in PvE and PvP content. But the main feature I want to see be amazing is crafting. Obviously, I want to see the game have great balance, look amazing, play amazing, but I don't really see those as features so much as the bare minimum requirements. But again, let me know what other features you guys would like to see down in the comments below that I may have missed. I'll see you guys the next one. Deuces. Keeping your character looking fresh by collecting armor and weapon. Dude, holy. Do you have any idea how cringe it is to be just sitting here alone in my office spraying nothing and screaming "back you elitists"? My wife thinks I'm probably losing it.